we are going to add our garlic, most of this garlic to the pan. And be careful because this is really high heat still. Okay, still need garlic for another recipe, so just gotta make sure this doesn't brown up on us. Now this is, it got a little bit dark. Okay, yeah, it burned a little bit. But still the sauce is still gonna taste really good. I can guarantee it. Okay. That's pretty good. Now it's time to add our veggie broth. Now, this is a veggie bouillon cube and it's very well seasoned, so I don't need to season much of anything else. Add about a cup and a half of that. And you're going to want to scrape up all the brown bits from the bottom best you can. Now it's time to add our wine. This is a fancy little gadget, unlike one of those traditional bottle openers. There we go. Awesome. And this is a nice white Zinfandel. Pop some of that in there. Now you could also add a little bit of water instead, or you could add apple juice, I found works. Or maybe even ginger ale. Does work a little bit with this recipe, but wine is key. Wine is what you really, really need for this recipe. So let's move that around a little bit. Stir that up. Okay. And now we're going to add our lemon juice. Gonna put that in. I like some of the pulp in there. Adds a really good flavor to it. Okay. All right. Now you might not think that's a lot of lemon, but it is. Lemon can be really, really powerful in this dish because you don't have any sugar in it to calm it down. So you need that. Now we're going to add our lemon zest. Stir that up. Okay. And we're going to add, now that this is starting to boil a little teeny bit on the sides, we're going to pop in the chicken again. This is the ideal pan for doing this. I was using this pan right back here, the 10-inch pan before, and it just wasn't doing it for me. It wasn't enough room. This nice big chef's pan is absolutely perfect for this recipe. So, I'm gonna mix that up a little bit. And I told you about the garnish. That's what I'm gonna do. It's a garnish and it's a flavoring at the same time. I'm gonna take these lemons and we're gonna slice them. Slice this one lemon almost as thin as we can. Now we've got our slices of lemon. They're gonna go right into this dish. Just like this. Okay, and we're gonna mix that up. Mix everything up. Ooh, that smells good. And we're going to turn that down a little teeny bit. We're going to get a lid on it. Well, looks like I might need to replace something. And we're going to let that cook for about 10 minutes. And I'll be right back. Okay, let's take a look. Ooh, that looks good. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that is to add salt and pepper. I didn't add the salt and pepper, so I completely forgot about it. But there we go. It's looking really good. And see how that sauce is coming together a little bit? Starting to come together a little bit. Now we're gonna let this cook for just a few moments with the top off, mainly because we're gonna let it cook down a little bit. But as you can tell, these slices of lemon have gotten really, really soft, and they've broken down a bit. That's my favorite part about this recipe. I absolutely love that, and I love eating these. Absolutely the best. Well, in my opinion, at least. So, I'm gonna get ready to serve this up. Now, you can serve this up with pasta. My dad used to do it with fettuccine. I've never been able to cook fettuccine right. It always comes together, for me at least. So, I have turned to rice. Rice is really, really easy to make. It's almost foolproof. So, I'm gonna put a nice thing of rice down here. Oh, well, that works too. When you end up cooking it in the microwave, it sometimes ends up nice and fluffy, but it ends up keeping its shape a lot, especially the way I cook it. I don't add it, I don't do the 2-to-1 ratio. I like my rice a little teeny bit firmer, so there we go. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. Once this is done cooking, I'm gonna pop it right on there. What you can do, if you like to serve this with a vegetable, I would suggest something like green beans or asparagus, or even some kind of spinach recipe. That would work perfectly. But right now, this is just fine the way it is. And this has cooked down quite a bit. See that? It has. Now, if you don't like how much it's cooked down, you can always add a little teeny bit of flour water mixture to this, and in about a minute or so, it'll be nice and thick for you. Now, gotta be careful because this is a metal handle. I'm just gonna pour this right out. Right onto here. Whew, there we go. Absolutely perfect. Except that I, burnt the flour a little teeny bit, but it'll still taste fine. And going to sprinkle a little bit of parsley on top. And there we go. We have our beautiful lemon chicken. Hello there. I'm just enjoying this wonderful lemon chicken that I just made. As I said, one of my favorite recipes. And it's got a nice, the sweetness tends to come out of the lemons, and it also has the sourness too. It's a really nice balance. And really, really works with this white wine white Zinfandel I have here. Ooh, that's good. That's good. And the chicken is nice and tender. It has a Great consistency. It has a great taste. Oh, great taste of lemon. And now, as you can see, I'm sweating my butt off, so I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go into my living room where there's air conditioning, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my night eating this and being happy. So for everyone here, for me, with Julia's Sunday Dinners, see you next time on Foodaholics 101.